Good day everyone! Today, we are going to discuss all about the different techniques in separating mixtures. What are the different ways of separating mixtures? They are hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic attraction, evaporation, sedimentation and decantation, filtration, distillation, centrifugation, and paper chromatography. Hand picking. The components of a solid-to-solid mixture can be separated by hand picking. This is only useful when the particles are large enough to be seen clearly. For example, separating pebbles from rice grains, separating grass from mint leaves, and separating parts of a salad. Threshing. Threshing is the method that generally used by the farmers to separate the grains from the stalks after harvesting. The dried stalks are beaten or threshed to separate the grains. However, in large farms, threshing is done by using threshing machines. Winnowing. In winnowing, the mixture is allowed to fall from a height. The lightened components get separated from the heavier ones because of wind or air blow. This method is used to separate lighter husk from heavier grains like wheat. Sifting or sieving. Sieving is used to separate a dry mixture which contains substances of different sizes by passing it through a sieve. A sieve is a device containing tiny holes and separates wanted elements from unwanted material. Magnetic attraction or magnetism. Magnetism is a process in which magnetically susceptible material is extracted from a mixture using a magnetic force. Evaporation. Evaporation is a process in which a liquid changes into gaseous form on heating, allowing the liquid to evaporate, leaving the soluble solid behind. Sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation is the process by which the insoluble, heavy solid particles settle down their own in a solution. In order to separate the two, the liquid has to be gently poured into another container without disturbing the sediments. This process of obtaining clear liquid by pouring a solution from a container in order to leave the sediments in the bottom of the original container is called decantation. Filtration. Filtration is commonly the mechanical or physical operation which is used for the separation of solids from fluids, liquids or gases, by interposing a medium through which only the fluid can pass. Example, using a coffee filter to separate the coffee flavor from the coffee beans. Distillation. Distillation, the process by which a mixture is separated by heating a solution and condensing using a cooling tube. The liquid collected is the distillate. It is the process whereby distilled water is produced and accessible in the market. Rainwater is a product of distillation. Some medicine that has fish oil ingredients passes through double distillation. Gasoline, kerosene, fuel oil, and lubricating oil are produced from petroleum by distillation. The solution is boiled and steam is driven off. Salt remains after all water is boiled off. To separate salt solution, It underwent the process of distillation to separate the two components, which is the salt and water. No chemical change occurs when salt water is distilled. Centrifugation. Centrifugation usually can be found on laboratories. Say for example, spin sample very rapidly, denser materials go to bottom or outside. Separate blood into serum and plasma, which is the plasma is less dense, the erythrocytes or red blood cells, and check for anemia if it is lack of iron. Paper chromatography. Paper chromatography used to separate out one color from a mixture of colors.